In this video, I'm going to explain to you why you need to stop chasing worldly desires. Stop trying to make 5k a month, stop trying to make 10k a month, stop trying to get big in the gym and do this instead. Now, you may be thinking, why the hell would I do this? Why the hell would I listen to you? Who even are you to tell me to stop doing things? Well, I am exactly where you were a few years back, right? If you're watching this, I am someone who was growing up in the UK my whole life. I worked the 9 to 5, I went down the traditional education route, realized it was all not for me, ended up making a good bit of money online through high ticket sales, ended up traveling the world, meeting the most amazing people, and I realized something very, very profound that changed my life forever, and that I believe will change yours too if you stick around to the end of this video and hopefully learn, hopefully take some notes if that's your thing. Personally, it's not mine. I prefer to just stay present with the person who's speaking to me, and that's how I take information in. But do whatever floats your boat, do whatever suits you. Now, why do I say stop chasing all these worldly desires? What do I even mean by that? Well, chances are you probably want to better your life in some way, right? You probably want to make money online, or at least make more money than you're currently making right now. You want to get into better shape. And when you ask yourself why, your mind comes up blank, right? If you can't answer that, why do you want this, within, boom, 2 seconds, like, that's how you know you're chasing something for the wrong intentions. And I did this myself, by the way. I'm very much guilty of this. When I first got into the gym, let's be honest, like, every guy goes into the gym because they want to be more attractive so that they can get more respect from guys and more attention from girls. I'm yet to have anyone convince me otherwise, right? That's why every guy steps into the gym when they're like 14, 15, 16, right? For that sole reason. And then it changes over time. I think something similar happens with money. Right? For myself, I just wanted to make a bit of money so I could do cool shit, buy expensive things, travel, buy my family cool shit. And I did like a decent amount of that. And sure, I didn't make millions, I didn't make a huge amount of money, but I made 5k a month, I made 10k a month. And I realized that although I wasn't, a millionaire or a billionaire, making more money wasn't going to do anything different for me. It just wasn't going to change my life. Neither was all those other things, by the way. Neither was like dropping everything and becoming a kickboxer in Thailand for 2 years, like some people do, or trying to get a good physique so other people would respect me, right? Now, all those different things are good. You should still pursue them, but remember the reasons why you really want them in the first place, right? Because if your core, your foundational why isn't good enough, then reality is you're probably not going to stick with it, right? And that's the harsh truth. And that's what happened with me. Like, I just tried doing all these different things for the wrong reasons, and it eventually made me very, very unhappy. It made me very, very unfulfilled. It made me feel like I didn't know why I was here, why I was doing all these different things. I felt purposeless. And I felt this way in my life beforehand, but it's like there's a few moments in your life where you know that you need to make a change, right? Everyone, for a large portion, or at least some portion of their life, realizes that or doesn't even realize that they don't have a purpose. The profound moment comes when they actually realize that they don't have a purpose, right? So you live your life, you don't have a purpose, but you don't know it, you just kind of do your thing. And eventually you're just like, hold up, why am I doing this? Why am I going to work? Why am I going into the gym? Why am I trying to do all these different things? And for me, I found that I was doing them because I wanted respect from other people. I was doing it to fuel my ego. I wanted to be the man. I wanted to be the guy. I wanted to be him, the guy who was just in the best shape, who made all the money, who was the most successful, most popular, most famous, all these different things. And then I realized that, yeah, although I didn't achieve those things to a hugely high scale, I knew that if I did, it wouldn't make me happy. It wouldn't give me the success. It wouldn't give me fulfillment. It wouldn't give me purity of my heart and my soul. And that is what I believe is most important. So what should you be focusing on instead, right? Still keep those goals, still try and get in better shape, right? Still try and make money, still do all those cool things, but have a better why. Start asking yourself why you're doing these things, right? I was watching a Dorian Yates video earlier. Dorian Yates, if you don't know, he's a legendary bodybuilder from the UK, from Birmingham, England, and he was talking about his motivation, why he would train relentlessly, why he's very well known as the most hardworking bodybuilder of all time, is because he used to go into the gym thinking, I am here because I need to put food on the table for my wife and kids, because that was his job. Right, back in those times, he was a competitive bodybuilder. He didn't work, he didn't do anything else. All he would do was lift weights and compete, and that's how he would make his living. And so he would treat his workouts, every single workout, every single rep, every single set, for every exercise he would do it as if he was trying to put food on the table. And he would get angry thinking about someone taking it away from him. That was his motivation, that was his why. Right? So find your definitive why. For me, myself, I realized, look, for me, it's not about a wife and kids that I don't have yet. It's not about anybody else. It's about my relationship with God. It's about my faith, right? Something that not a lot of people speak about online. I feel very strongly that faith and being connected to God is by far the most important thing that you can do. Because in those times where things don't go your way, and it will happen throughout your whole life, right? You're going to need something to carry you through. And your motivation, your purpose, that's good, but your faith is also equally, if not more important. Putting your faith and knowing that everything will turn out okay, and that I'm actually blessed. I'm so grateful to have everything I have right now. There's nowhere else I need to go. There's no one else I need to be. I am so happy with who I am right now. That's the realization I came to, and that's where I'm at right now. I know there's so many different things I could be doing, but they're not going to make me happy. So many different excuses I can make, but I know that trying to escape, trying to go somewhere else, trying to do different things aren't going to make me happy. I have to look, within. I have to look deeper and connect myself to God and realize that everything I want is already here in front of me, and it's only a matter of time before I have everything I've wanted and everything I've always desired. That's just the reality, right? You guys are still catching up. In my mind, I'm already successful. I'm already a millionaire. I'm already in the best shape. I've already got all these different things, so I don't need to prove it to anyone. But I'm not doing it because of other people like I was before. Admittedly, I was doing it to please other people. I was too focused on trying to prove other people instead of improve. And that took me far, don't get me wrong, it got me started. But eventually that shit doesn't get you out of bed every day. You need to find something deeper. You need to find something more true to you. So stop chasing your worldly desires. Start chasing a purpose. When you have a very, very clear purpose, when you have a very clear why am I doing this, what does all this mean, what happens after all of this is gone, then you'll start to adopt the work ethic. You'll start to put in the plan and do what you need to do what it takes to get to where you want to be. Because also reality is right now you probably aren't working hard enough, or you think you're working hard enough because you're working a lot of hours at a job, and when you're not at your job you're in a gym, when you're in the gym you're in bed. But we can always all work harder, myself included. This is what I can work so much harder than I currently am, right? But I'm spending a lot of time doing all this inner work because I know that I'm very, very wary of chasing things for the wrong reasons and building up bad intentions, building up bad karma. And when you have that mindset, that's when shit starts to go wrong and you end up fucked up. You end up being a 30-year-old who's like coked out your head and dead by 40. So it's not where I want to be. I don't think it's where you want to be either, right? I asked myself a question, something that I thought about last year when I kind of went through my first sense of spiritual awareness, right? And spirituality, by the way, is very different from religion and faith. Religion and faith is who you look to, where you think life will go after this world ends, and understanding that there's a God, understanding that this life is only temporary and that there's a life hereafter beyond. Spirituality is realizing the divine is all within you, and that you can go and you can chase all these different things. But like the words of Eckhart Tolle, it's the story of the homeless man, right? There once was a homeless man who used to ask people for money in the streets every single day, and he would sit on this gold box, and every single day he'd ask for people for money. They wouldn't give him anything. One day on the street, someone comes up to him and says, "Hey, have you tried looking inside that box?" He's like, "No." So he opens up his little wooden chest and he sees a lot of gold in there, right? So moral of the story is that the gold, the heaven, whatever you want to call it, is all within. You just need to look deeper and tap into it and your life will change from there, right? So when I realized this, I started asking myself the question every single night. I'd go to bed and I'd ask myself, if I died tomorrow, would I be proud of the actions that I took today? And a lot of the times the answer is not positive. A lot of the times it is. But regardless of that, I'm always grateful. I'm always grateful that I got another day to spend here in this world. I'm always grateful that I'm so lucky that I can wake up and I can not have to worry about getting into a 9-to-5 job. I can decide who I want to be today, decide the Iman that I want to show to the world. And I was very grateful, and I'm always grateful for that. That's my thing. That's my thing, right? Stop chasing bitches, stop chasing money, stop chasing drugs, start chasing real things that actually mean most to you and not to other people. You do that, not only will you live a very happy and fulfilled life, one that is an ongoing journey, but you'll also be very, very successful, and you'll work harder than you've ever worked before.